Get the camera out so I can get a little bit of a view going through these sticks. Might be handy to have that. For future reference when we're you know, trying to figure out where the best path is to get in and out. Yesterday we were out here and I kind of was, this is an area that we've been going through and it was just loaded with them, but there was a way to get around it by hugging the bank. As much as you can hug the bank, you know, it's 6 feet deep here, but you can see where how that drops off, so it's not a real quick drop off, so you could get too close to that and drag your motor in that. And you can see now a lot of those things that I'm looking at out through there, those trees and things, they aren't visible when the water's up, as you can imagine. I kind of like living in a place like this. Reminds me of my roots. I was floating around I had a little life jacket thing and I had it turned around backwards so I could float on top of it. And I was floating around and going around the shoreline and looking up in the cracks and the crevices, places that you never really see, you know, like if you're up in a boat. It's like a turtle's eye view of the lake. And I was just almost overwhelmed with amazement. You know, when you get that much down into nature, you actually feel like you're really a part of it, and get that close to it, it's just really, I don't know, it just makes my insides feel good, you know, it makes me happy, makes happy things happen inside of me. This is as slow as this boat will go with the motor running. I can use a trolling motor which will go slower. I remember this root here from yesterday. See, this is one of those, this old crooked tree, and it's generally under the water, but I want to remember where it's at. And you can see one coming up there that looks like a tree that's fell down. So from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out away from the bank, out away from that tree, but then I'm going to cut back in as I come around the corner up here. There's also some rocks on that, but that seems like that sinks down pretty quickly right there. They're pretty good with that. Honey Baby's got the car. I hooked the trailer up this morning, put a new tag on it. We registered everything. I registered the boat this morning. I don't have internet, but I can get online and get a little bit of connectivity with my phone. And I can only do that very early in the morning. After about 8 o'clock, we can't really get nothing. But I got online that way this morning. Now see, that area straight through there is full of trees, even though you can't see them. Me and Honey Baby went through the other day and said, man, that is just chucked full of trees. So what I'm gonna do here, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna cut, I have to hit one right there. Shallow water too. I may rethink this. I may instead, no, I'm gonna do this. Hang on, we got some driving to do. So we got 6 feet of water here. And I'm gonna cut right inside of here and then cut right back out. That'll get me through that little spot. And I think from here I head right back out toward the big trees. Seems like I recall there was a bunch of stuff if you stay too close to the bank here. Look how still and pretty everything is. Just an amazing looking morning.